Hello there and welcome once again. This is Democracy in Action. We are reaching you from the Third Eye Africa TV. We are in Abuja, Central Business District, so to speak. My name is Ben Shaman, and we shall be talking democracy. Many things, the road to 2027. Some are saying it's a bit bumper. Some are saying there are roadblocks. There are politicking here and there. Are the political parties and the key players getting it right? Getting it right implies also looking at political party administration. We also look at this cross-carpeting. Are people being influenced to cause confusion in and among other political parties other than theirs? These are allegations that we have in People's Democratic Party, we have in APC, we have in APC. I hope voters at the point we realize the difference between APC and APC, ADC, all sorts of abbreviations, acronyms that might cause confusion to a voter. So, it is the duty of all political parties to also educate their people in terms of the emblem, in terms of the short form or acronym of the party. Well, I've said it. My name is Ben Shaman, and we have a consultant who will do justice to some of these things. And I'm talking of a management consultant and a fellow of the Institute of Chartered Mediators and Conciliators. I want to welcome Mr. Ezekiel Uzochukwu. Thank you for coming to Third Eye Africa TV.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's really not the first time. You've always been here.
Thank you.
Yes, but politics is also constant.
Thank you.
Now, how do you look at the political environment today, talking of democracy in Nigeria? I mean, how do you look at it?
Well, talking about the political environment in Nigeria, I would say that it is tense. It is not what we expect. And people expect something much better than what we are having today. But what can we say? We say that what is happening is exactly the way our leaders want it. But is it exactly the way the masses want it? I will tell you no.
So what exactly do the masses want?
The masses want an environment of peace, an environment devoid of rancor, an environment that is fair, an environment that they can have equity and fairness, yes, an environment that nobody will shortchange each other, an environment that they can say, yes, it will bring development. By and large, this is not what we are having, and it is unfair to the masses.
So what do we have?
What we have today is inequity, unfairness. I may call it man eat man or dog eat dog. Something that you begin to wonder, is that the way life should be? That's not the way life should be. We should put a bit of morality. We should put a level playing field. We should let everything be the way it should be. Let there be standard. Let there be equity. Let people feel a sense of belonging. What is happening today is so bad. It's lamentable. I wish something better could happen.
Mr. Ezekiel Uzochukwu wishes that something better could happen politically in Nigeria. Now, how would that be when we should be having a very viral, a very active opposition. Let us say the PDP itself, it's supposed to lead in opposition. How do you assess the PDP in terms of leading the opposition in Nigeria as a political party? I'm not here talking of individuals.
Let me be very frank with you. I will tell you without missing words that the PDP as a party is a disappointment. The PDP has not lived to its expectation as an opposition, a strong and viral opposition. They have not given Nigerians the kind of opposition that is required. And it is very unfortunate. If APC did what PDP is doing today, they wouldn't have taken over power. It is very, very unfortunate. Look at what we're having. Look at what we're having. PDP is no longer an opposition party. PDP is almost like an appendage of APC, in a way.
How?
In a way. Because look at what is happening today. Everybody, every PDP member, almost every PDP member wants to be an APC member. That is not how to be an opposition party.
But, okay, now let's go to personage. Now let's go to people now. Jerry Ghana, Prof, board member of the PDP, at the point has come out to now say, look, those who are leaving have left. What is left now is PDP.
Okay. But the issue is, those who have not left, are they really focused on being a strong opposition? That is the problem. Are you seeing opposition? Are you seeing strong opposition working? If you are seeing, where? In which area? APC is going around doing whatever they like. Being very happy. Doing whatever they like. There's no opposition. There's no strong opposition in Nigeria.
In a situation like this, what really would you have expected that PDP would do to checkmate APC?
There are a lot of things wrong with APC.
For example?
Look at the way APC is going about its activities. How many of the things wrong with APC do you see PDP pointing out? Now in APC today, you do whatever, they are doing whatever they like to stifle PDP, and PDP is not doing whatever is possible to stand. To stand. Look at APC as a political party. There's a lot of inequity in that within the APC. There's a lot of inequity in Nigeria, funded by APC, spearheaded by APC. How can these things be happening? And you cannot see a strong voice that will come up and say, no, there's a limit to these things. And to find this limit and protect it from encroachment is indispensable to a good condition of human affairs. Who is doing that? Nobody is doing that. What you are seeing from the angle of PDP is what I may call display of petulance.
Meaning?
Petulance, meaning crying like little children.
Okay, if you say they're crying like little children, okay, how do you situate the situation of FCT Minister Barrister Jason Wike? One leg PDP, one leg APC, or he's fully a PDP? Where does he belong? And
now let me tell you, many people are condemning Jason Wike. But it's good politics for APC. Bola Tinubu picked him, made him a minister of APC, made him a minister of FCT. Now, what do you expect Jason Wike to do as minister of FCT? Do you expect him to oppose the person who appointed him? Do you expect him to fight his employer? Do you expect him to say, to begin to criticize the person who appointed him? It's not possible. The person who appointed him played good politics. Because he knows the kind of person who Nyesom Wike is. His loyalty. You know, if you are minister of FCT, what would you have done? It's a good post. A very strong post. And you want him to come and begin to oppose the person who appointed him. It's not possible. Now, for him to support APC, to support PDP, you see that I don't know how he's going to balance that. I don't know. But the problem we are having is that he's finding it difficult to say, I am APC. But in principle, he's APC.
Okay, now, he also has Samuel Otum by his side. I mean, Wike has Samuel Otum, former governor of Benue State. Mm-hmm. Now, if PDP were to come out strong, do you think that such people could be sanctioned? If they could be sanctioned, by who? And what would be those sanctions?
You mean somebody like Nyesom Wike being sanctioned?
By the PDP.
By the PDP. The question is, why haven't they sanctioned him? What is stopping them? It's a simple thing. If any other person had done that, or is doing that, he would easily have been sanctioned. But the fact is that they are finding it difficult to sanction him. Which means that he has strong supporters in PDP. He has strong supporters in PDP. And he is doing a good job for APC. And I tell you, why I told you that this is good politics for APC is that you cannot be expected to support your competitor. Anything that will destabilize PDP is good for APC. That is politics. And I will give you an example. In America, look at what the Democrats did to the Republican Trump. They did everything to stifle him. They did everything here and there, struggling, doing this. They will bombard him today, tomorrow, and they kept doing it. He stood strong. He stood strong. You see, in politics, you don't just expect your opponent to help you. Look at what they are saying. The APC is sending opposition to PDP. They are doing this or that. What does that mean? What does that mean? If they don't do that, what are they expected to do? What are they expected to do? They are playing politics. Whether it is the way politics is supposed to be played or not is a different kettle of fish. But the fact is that they are doing what they are doing because they want to succeed, to continue to rule, to continue to be in power, and that is it. And PDP is complaining. Why not stand strong? Why not stand strong and present strong opposition? That is not the way to get power. But what you are getting instead is that PDP members are decamping to APC instead of standing strong to fight, to resist. That's very unfortunate.
Now, we are also seeing these abbreviations, ADC, APC, like we were saying. They have to do a lot of awareness for people to know emblems, to know what it stands for when voting comes on board. But again, if you look at it, ADC is also complaining that PDP, APC are sending some elements to cause disaffection. And so, shouldn't APC too cry? Because many of its members have left that party.
Now, immediately ADC came on board. I made my observation. I stated clearly that this mutant called ADC is not exactly what will drive Nigeria forward. Why do I say so? I didn't say it because they are coming on board is wrong. Actually, APC needs there is supposed to be a strong opposition against APC because APC has gone haywire. Because there's no strong opposition. When coming on board of ADC, the question you ask is, the people that constitute this ADC, who are they? Who are they? If I begin to mention their names, it'll be like I'm castigating them. But the fact is that this mutant cannot drive Nigeria's development forward because it is made up of those who feel disenchanted in or by APC. There's one of them there who doesn't even believe in national development. There's one of them there who doesn't believe in one Nigeria. There's one of them there who doesn't believe that Nigeria should be a place where everybody should exercise his freedom of right and liberty. There's one of them there who is supporting a kind of radical movement that disenfranchises Nigerians, that makes Nigerians not to feel free to exercise their freedom of worship, freedom of religion, freedom of what kind of anything you can think of. But he is there wanting to rule Nigeria.
But the same ADC that is pulling out from APC, pulling out from PDP and some other parties, they are also still in crisis, accusing the APC of injecting dissidents.
The problem of ADC is internally generated. Because when you see the people there, you will know that no one will give way to the other. Watch what I'm telling you. Every one of the key figures there would want to be president. How can that work?
Now, even at the leadership, you have David Mark pulling this side, and Nicholas Kachuku is pulling another side, and some other people, you still have Shehu Gabam.
What is going to destroy them is going to come from within. Anybody that tells you, oh, he's coming from PDP, I'm sorry, he's coming from PDP, he's coming from APC, he's coming from this, is just being petulant. Just being petulant. Because when you look at the people there, you know there are people there. When you look at them, you say, look, this and this and this will bring development in Nigeria, and they know them. They know who is who. But the issue is that who is going to give each other chance? That is a problem. How can a country develop in this way, where no one recognizes efficient leadership, recognizes efficiency, recognizes intellectualism, recognizes capacity? Everybody wants to be in charge. How can everybody be in charge?
Okay, now let's move to a different thing. This tenure matter. Outside APC, we've not had any of them talking about this single tenure kind of a thing. But Peter Obi has been saying single term tenure of 5 years. Amechi, single term tenure. Atiku Abubakar, single term, if they are voted in. I mean, is that a real campaign tool that Nigerians should just vote you in because you do one term?
Let me tell you. First and foremost, they are behaving like people under stress who just want to get power using one, what do you call it? Is it catchphrase or whatever? That's not the way it should be. Why should anyone there push for single term tenure? I don't have a problem with that if that is what will bring them into power. But there are some people in that place, when you look at their body language, you will know that single term tenure is not going to work. They won't keep it. But there is one person there I know. If he tells you single term tenure, vote him in, he will keep it. But I'm not going to mention, I don't want to seem to be promoting an individual.
So in politics,
I don't want to seem to be promoting
just
an individual.
one finger, one vote per person.
If you want me to mention the person, I wouldn't mind. But
mention the world will not.
Let me tell you. If Peter Obi tells you, if I go in there, I will stay 4 years and exit, he will keep it. We have examples of his integrity.
But why will he want to do 4 years? Others are doing...
because he has said it. It doesn't take donkey years to lead well.
But you don't think that is playing a kind of second fiddle?
No. It's not playing a second fiddle. Look at what is happening in Abia State today. Have you been to Abia? Have you been to Aba? Within 2 years, Governor Oti did what others couldn't do in 16 years. Go to Aba and interview anybody there. He will tell you.
But that's a state.
It's a state,
not the
but
federation.
you can replicate. You can. What is a state? A governor of a state is like the president of the state.
In a small territory.
In a small territory. Even self, a president has more opportunity to do better in a country than a governor of a state, because the president can deploy people, use them to achieve what he wants to do efficiently.
But don't you think that Peter Obi is reading in between the lines that it's like power will shift to the south, he's a southerner, okay, let me play this card. Tinubu, if he wins, 4 years for him, meaning that power is still to the south. Then you see Makinde, okay, he has some, it appears his body language, he wants to contest, power is still shifting to the south. Don't you think Obi is saying, okay, if I wait till 20, after some 4 years I contest, the North will come to say it's their turn. So why don't I fly this kind of thing?
First and foremost, let me tell you, Ben, this issue of power shifting to the south or north or whatever, I don't believe in it. We need a Nigerian. We need when is this country going to be detribalized? When is this country going to be presided by men who believe in one Nigeria, who believe in Nigeria as their constituency? I don't believe in this issue of power shifting to the south, I need a Nigerian who will come in and deliver this country from the quagmire we are into, and deliver this country and rescue this country. We have gone down so much. We have gone down so much that we need a redeemer. We need a redeemer more than an ethnic bigot. We need a redeemer more than a religious bigot. We need a redeemer more than the kinsman redeemer. We need a redeemer who will come to Nigeria, who will come and say, look, Nigeria is my constituency and everybody is my brother. We need a redeemer who will come and pick people who are excellent, people who know what they are doing, people who will tell you this is what I will do and achieve it. We need a redeemer who will come and remove this bad name that Nigeria has all over the world. This issue of you see, the power shift to the north, shift to the south, what does that mean? It doesn't mean anything to me.
So Nigeria should learn from these footballers. Look at the
female footballers. Coordinated approach. Oneness, one vision, and they got the trophy. They got the trophy. But in this country, when it comes to leadership, we demonstrate ethnicity, we demonstrate tribalism, we demonstrate religion. Some accusing the government that this so and so appointment was made because it's from so and so church. And when you look at it and what you see, this is the trend that things are going. When will Nigeria grow? When will Nigeria stop this kind of... I want a leader who will lead Nigeria out of the mess we are into. We have been down we have been a mess. It is too bad What can you use to describe the extent of depravity? We need a leader who will come and do wonders. And we have some people like that. And they are telling us, oh, you want to do one thing, he cannot keep it, he's this. Look, let me tell you, as long as this country continue to ostracize some part of this country, development will not come. Every Nigerian has a right to contribute in the development of Nigeria. And so long as we continue to deprive those people of their contribution to Nigeria, Nigeria will not develop in the way it ought to.
Yeah, you see, let's not treat issues with some kid gloves, you know. A certain portion of the country, a certain people, who are these people? If you mention them...
Now, okay, if you are saying that, all these things they are talking, why is it that they are not talking about the marginalization of the Southeast?
That's the Igbo people.
The Igbo people, the Southeast Igbo. When will the Southeast Igbo produce a president? When? Are they not Nigerians? Are they not Nigerians? Look at what is happening. I met some group of young men expressing their disgust. Some trillions of naira has been marked for, is it a rail line or whatever? What is it? The roads or whatever? Is it coastal?
Okay,
yes,
coastal line.
Coastal line. There is none that pass through the Southeast Igbo. They are carefully removed. The Southeast has been carefully removed from the
Minister of Works is from the
Minister of Works is a Southeasterner, but he is not there. You just want to hear what I will say, Ben.
Yes, Nigerians will want to know.
Imagine. Look, okay, if the Minister of Works is there for all Nigerians, what did he say about this? What did he say about the fact that a major part of Nigeria has been carefully ostracized, have been carefully removed from the mainstream development of the country?
And that brings to mind someone like Rotimi Amechi when he was Minister of Transportation. The railway, you also always hear Lagos, Ibadan, Kaduna. Now, you don't hear Lagos to Port Harcourt.
Ben,
I once pointed out this to him.
Each time an appointment is made, especially ministerial appointment, the problem I have with them is that they work as if they are working for an individual. They work as if they are working to achieve the vision, mission, and objective of an individual rather than Nigeria. The moment this stops, things will change. Things will change. Where an individual will be appointed, he will be looking at the body language of the person who appointed him to do one thing or the other, to please him. Why can't we get ministers that will come out and say, look, I am for the development of all Nigeria, irrespective of where you come from? And he will do it. If he is removed for doing that, then let him go. Let him go. Man shall not live by bread alone. Man shall not live by being a minister alone.
Yes. We are so magnanimous to the extent that we took this railway to Maradi in Niger Republic.
We took this railway to Maradi, and that is the madness of some of our leaders. It's madness that you develop rail line from Nigeria to Maradi. Meanwhile, within the country, there is nothing.
Even where you come from.
Even where you come from, there is nothing. What do you call that? What kind of patriotism is that? We've not gotten a patriotic leader yet. We need a patriotic Nigerian to lead Nigeria. We need a Nigerian that is patriotic, not ethnic. We need, look, you don't even need to be a Christian or Muslim. Just believe in God and do the right thing.
But don't you also think that Tinubu is doing good even for the minorities this time around?
Which minority?
The minorities you know in Nigeria.
Which are the minorities?
Which one is it you don't know?
Which one is it? Look, Tinubu is doing good. Let him spread the goodness. Let him spread it to all Nigeria. Look, many people are complaining. That appointments are not spread across the length and breadth of this country.
But don't you
Nigeria
think they
is
started
one.
somewhere that you could see, like in Southern Kaduna, in Plateau, in Benue, you can see many people have been appointed into boards, into some key positions.
Which many people?
Meaning that
is the look?
They are started somewhere.
Look, let me tell you. Tinubu can improve, or he should. He can do better, but presently, many Nigerians are not happy. I'm not the one to speak for Nigerians, but I'm saying what many Nigerians are feeling. Many Nigerians are not happy. Go and bring a list of all appointments. Look at them very well. Do you see national spread? Do you see national spread? Look, I have always said that once we have a president, everybody should support him. But I do not believe that we support a president to the extent that we will not point out things we don't like.
So are you supporting Tinubu?
I'm supporting Tinubu, but I'm saying that Tinubu should improve. And if he improves, everybody will go all out for him. Yes, we have high hopes that if Tinubu comes, Nigeria will be much better. Some people say, oh, he will bring what he did in Lagos to Nigeria. Nigeria will become an Eldorado. Nigeria will become a beautiful place. Nigeria will develop faster. We believe that. We believe he can do it. Let all the sycophants that surround him, let all the people that are pushing for their own self-interest, let him look at them and say, no, this is not what I come to do. I come to develop Nigeria, not individuals, not portions of Nigeria. Tinubu can do much better. If Tinubu does well, look, ADC is going nowhere. If Tinubu does well, within the next 1 year or two, before the election, if Tinubu reorganizes some of the things and does well, and people will see that, look, the things we are crying against, something better is happening. Everybody will align with him.
Now, another key figure is Atiku Abubakar. Virtually in every party, he has a hand, from PDP up to the most recent collection of politicians. And so, some will say he's still trying to contest to be president. So, what is the position of Atiku in this?
Atiku Abubakar wants to be president. Probably he has things in mind which he wants to bring on board that will be different from what other people are bringing. He's pursuing it with zeal. He is pursuing it with enthusiasm. He is pursuing it. And you can't blame him. Everybody has a right to be president. If I want to be president, I'll pursue it with zeal, I'll pursue it with enthusiasm. He has done no wrong to be president, to pursue it.
Okay, let me put you on pause here. We'll just go on a short break and come back. Now, we've had three of them. Atiku had three of them. Tinubu, then Peter Obi. They were the forerunners in the last elections, and they got their marks in millions, according to Nigerians. Now, I'll be asking you this question when we come back. If they were to contest just three of them today, who do you think will win? We'll come to that. And our guest has been Mr. Ezekiel Uzochukwu, a consultant in terms of management and reconciliation and conciliation. My name is Benjamin, and we are on to Third Eye Africa TV.
We're talking about South and the North. You talk about middle belt. Currently in Nigeria, we don't have middle belt. North Central is what we have.
Okay.
And they are included in the North. If the perception is because Nigeria is standing on a tripod, You have Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba, they are the owners of Nigeria. That is a very wrong perception. These are major tribes in Nigeria. Simple.
Yeah.
Nigeria is owned by every single citizen of this country.
If you go to civilized nations, they possibly have, stratified their political parties such that those who play at the national level are there. And at the local level, you have other minor political parties playing there. And it gives sense of belonging to every citizen to be able to contest.
And in fact, once you have joined APC, all your sins are forgiven.
It's okay. It's okay. Off your mic. It's okay.
This is Third Eye Africa TV, exposing crime, savaging the nation.
Welcome back. Yes. If elections were to be held today for 3 people, Atiku Abubakar, Peter Obi, Bola Tinubu, who do you think will win? Or do you feel we should add another person? Maybe El Rufai? Or maybe we'll add Rotimi Amechi?
The 3
or
is
Makinde?
enough.
Or we go 3?
The 3 is enough.
Okay, so who will win and why?
Now, I will tell you from my own understanding, from my own observation, from what I see in the country, Peter Obi has a great national appeal. National. The masses are for Peter Obi. If a free and fair election is held in Nigeria, free and fair election, without interruption, without any form of enforcement of this or that, without any form of deprivation, an election where there is equity and fairness, an election where there is a level playing field, where no might will be deployed to frustrate anybody. I tell you, Peter Obi will win squarely. But
before going on that short break, you so much praised or poured encomiums on Tinubu.
I don't know what you mean by encomiums. I said here very clearly that we expected Tinubu to do better than what he is doing. And what we are seeing is not what we expected. And I said that if within the next 1 year or more, he tries his best to meet people's aspiration in terms of fairness and equity, everybody will go for him. And there won't be any need for another person. And that is what leadership is all about. You don't reinvent the wheel.
And here we are engrossed in North-South dichotomy politically.
North-South dichotomy. The only way to end North-South dichotomy is good leadership. The North is suffering, the South is suffering. There's no part of the North that is happy with the Nigeria we are into today. There's no part of the South that is happy with what is happening today. The dichotomy is artificially created by the elites for their own selfish interest. But in terms of looking at Nigeria as a whole, Nigerians that are not elites, the masses are together. They are suffering together. The economy is the same. The economy in the North is the same economy in the South. What bread sells in the North may even be more costly than what it sells in the South. I even think the North is suffering more. So what I am talking about is, this dichotomy is artificially created by the elites to meet their selfish interests. But as far as Nigerians are concerned, the only thing that will end this dichotomy, or artificial dichotomy, or whatever you may call it, is good leadership. A leadership that is people-oriented. A leadership that is development-oriented. A leadership that is Nigerian, a leadership that takes Nigeria as its constituency. That is what is going to end the dichotomy. And once you get that type of leadership, everybody will fall in line.
Now, still talking dichotomy, there are moves, actions, there are activities going on to ensure that more states are created. And some aspirations or some yearnings to have states are also coming from disenchantment between some marriages. They say marriages of inconvenience or inconveniences. We are not supposed to be with that group, or that group is supposed to go that way. And so, do you support more state creation?
The politics of state creation is part of what is causing Nigerian problem. Nigeria doesn't need more states as much as they need more development. What will solve Nigeria's problem is not more states. What will solve Nigerian problem is a thinking leadership. A leadership that is development oriented. A leadership that is focused on developing Nigeria and bringing us out of the mess we are into. When you create states, some of the states that you may create, some of them can't even sustain themselves. Some of them cannot sustain
Probably
themselves.
due to lack of leadership.
Maybe due to lack of leadership, or, what is it? If you ask me to be very, very clear on this issue of state creation, I will tell you that state creation should be focused on areas where there is inequity. For instance, in the southeast, there is need for balancing. When you arrive at that balancing, there is no need for more states.
Let's define this balancing.
This balancing, the southeast is the least in number of states.
Okay. In other words, southeast requires more.
Southeast requires at least one more state. And you stop. What are you creating states for? For what?
But do you think it's going to work? Because throughout Nigerian history, outside Midwestern state, that was created by civilians, civilians have never created any state in Nigeria.
Yes, they have not created any state in Nigeria. The military, you know the military, they have the power, they can exercise their authority. The head of state under the military doesn't need to get your approval to do anything. It's much more difficult under democracy. Yes, it's much more difficult under democracy. But the democracy we have today is becoming like one voice instead of a voice and counter voices, and then we arrive at the center. What we are having today is looking like there's an element that you can look at and you say, is looking like you may even say that the military is even better. I'm sorry to say that. Because, what are we saying? What is it that the person at the center wants that he wouldn't get? Is it not the same thing that happened under the military? Whatever the person at the center, whatever the person in charge wants, he gets it. The Senate gets it approved. The Senate gets it approved. The House of Rep gets it approved. Everybody falls in line and they sing only one voice. Only one voice. That is not democracy. It's not democracy. That is not democracy. Democracy must accommodate alternatives, alternative voices. Democracy must accommodate, opposition. You say this, I say no. Why did I say no? I say this is why I'm saying no. And we look at it. And then somehow we arrive at what is acceptable. That's not what is happening.
So now that if you look at geopolitical zones, lawmakers are busy having some town hall meetings to look at what really they require when they're talking about the constitutional amendments in Nigeria. So, looking at it, what area do you think should be amended in the Nigerian constitution?
Let me tell you, Ben, you don't need to dig deep. There is skewness, S-K-E-W-N-E-S-S, in the Nigerian constitution. We need a constitution that is non-religious. We need a constitution that is non-ethnic. We need a constitution that is Nigerian in content. That is exactly what we need in our constitution. A constitution that begins to talk about religion, of this, of that. And it is different from the religion of the other ones. That is not a constitution. We need a constitution that is balanced, a constitution that is Nigerian in content, a constitution that will address the various needs of Nigerians, a constitution that we can call our own, that is Nigerian. We don't have that constitution. And when you look deep into the constitution, you will see that if Nigerians are sincere enough, if we want one Nigeria, we can give ourselves a constitution that is Nigerian. But is it going to work?
It will work if Nigerians agree.
It will work if Nigerians agree. Nigerians are not the problem. The problem is the leadership that is using the constitution for their selfish interest. That is the problem. Nigerians are ready. They want a good constitution. They want a non-religious constitution. We want a constitution that will appeal to all Nigerians. And Nigerians would want it that way. But the problem is, making the constitution work, some people see it as not favorable to them. If you make the constitution to be Nigerian as it ought to be, some people will feel in their heart that it's not going to favor them.
Now, let us look at this provision in the, like now, when there is a crisis in a political party, the court will say, no, it's internal affairs. The party should just go settle that matter. Then you look at the Electoral Act, just say, look, if the party is in crisis, people can just leave. Shouldn't there be in the constitution that once elected in that place, if you no longer like it, throw the towel, just leave. An election be held for that position.
This is one of the equities. This is one of the inequities that must be addressed by the Constitution. The conduct of elected members of political parties is becoming a kind of madness that a political party will sponsor you into an election. You win. Not too long after you have won, you decamp to another party where you see that, yeah, there's more enjoyment there. It's not, it shouldn't be so. Look at, I'll give you an example. Look at all the people that are elected under the Labour Party. All of them, I don't know if there's anyone that has not decamped to APC. Under Labour Party. Labour Party, Nigerians had a lot of confidence in this party called Labour Party. Nigerians felt that this is a party that we will call Nigerian. We will say, oh, this party is going to bring Nigeria out of the woods.
But Kingibe appears to have left Labour.
I don't know whether he hasn't left. Maybe he's about to. Maybe she's about to. Anyone that you see that has not left the Labour Party, maybe is about to or considering to. Governor Oti has not left Labour Party as much as I know. But you don't know what? may be playing behind. All the senators, many of the senators, I can say all the senators, how many senators on the Labour Party? Is it not, I think it's one, is it? House of Rep. All of them have decamped to APC. It is madness. It is injustice. You will be elected by a political party will give you that seat, sponsor you. Look at the way Nigerians felt about Labour Party when it came on board. Oh, it's a beautiful, this is what we want. And then some people, you've not heard their names before. Some of them, there's one they said it was a taxi driver or Okada rider or whatever, that won on the Labour Party.
That's my representative.
Is that
He's from Kaduna.
Has he not decamped to APC? Has he not?
He has.
He has decamped to APC. Why? How can you develop a nation that way? How can you develop a nation that way? How can you develop a nation whereby you cannot be where you are and challenge what is bad? Instead, you will move from where you are to where you think is the best, join them, and then you be singing the same tune. And you want Nigeria to develop. By who?
Well, former chairman of the APC, Adams Oshomole, a comrade, former Labour president, former governor of Edo State, once said, if you leave any party, join APC, your sins are forgiven.
Yes, your sins are forgiven, but it's forgiven in the interim, but they put it in the cupboard. They lock up your sins. One day, you do what they don't want, they open the cupboard and bring out your sin.
Now, we can see that in Tambuwal, Aminu Tambuwal.
That is it. There is none of them whose sins are forgiven to the extent that he is free. To the extent that if he begins to speak the truth the way he ought to, the cupboard where they put his sin will not be opened.
Yes. Now, let's situate this. Aminu Tambuwal is senator today. He used to be speaker. He used to, to be governor too. Now he's accused of, EFCC is saying they can't find 187 billion naira. He should just come and say where it is. Today, he's been held to account for all of this. Suddenly. Now some people are saying, look, the EFCC is selective. Do you agree with this?
Well, people have been saying it. It is left for EFCC to prove them wrong. People have been saying EFCC is selective. One is, I don't understand why somebody in Nigeria will be a thief. Nigerians will be an alleged thief. Nigerians will not hear about it until that person begins to say certain things. Until that person begins to speak in a certain way. Until that person begins to condemn certain things. Until that person begins to be on the other side. The thing he is alleged to have stolen won't come out until then. If a person is a thief, bring him out at the right time. Why do you wait until you now use an opportunity? You see, this is the problem. This is the problem. Our institutions should not behave in a way that the masses will begin to, say that this is the way you will go if this happens. This is the way you will not go if this happens. People should not predict them. EFCC should behave in a way that people will not predict them.
Now one last one. Very short, sharp, straight. The way, the route, the path to 2027.
The way, the route, the path to 2027. Let democracy function in Nigeria. Let there be fairness. Let there be equity. Let there be level playing field. Let INEC not support any party. Let the constituency of INEC be Nigeria. Let all Nigerians come together with one voice and choose a Nigerian that will develop Nigeria, that will bring equity and fairness in Nigeria, a Nigerian that every part of the world will respect, a Nigerian that we see Nigeria, every Nigerian as his brother. This is the kind of Nigerian that we want in 2027. And there will be peace, there will be equity, we will be happy, and everyone will feel all right.
And it is at this end that we want to thank our guest, Mr. Ezekiel Uzochukwu, a management consultant and fellow of the Institute of Chartered Mediators and Conciliators. I want to thank you for coming to Third Eye Africa TV.
Thank you for having me.
My name is Ben Shaman. Keep watching us. Follow us as we say, proudly Nigerians, we shall make it.
We shall make it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.